My name is Chris Stratner. I'm a sergeant in the police department in Rockland County, where my assignment is SWAT.
My name is Nina Stratner. I had many jobs at the New York City Board of Ed. Right now, I am a retired grandmother.
For fun, I would do Ironman triathlon, and I did about 8 of them before I had my surgery. So it turns out when I was a kid, I broke my femur and never knew about it. And that fracture just lived there for 35 years. And one day I had a little bit of pain and went to my physician. He looked at it and found that the bone had deteriorated. It had deteriorated so far that my surgeon said that it was the largest repair he had ever undertaken. The first several doctors who looked at that X-ray and CAT scans said that there was no question that I would absolutely never do a triathlon again. It was questionable if I would even run or walk normally. It was likely that I would probably just walk with a limp, or more likely within a few months need a complete hip replacement. That wasn't the case. So they put a bone graft in, a couple of pins, and he initially had me come to a physical therapist. That surgeon said that there's a very few physical therapists that he was willing to let me work with. Excel was one that short list, and I think half of the reason that I did so well at Excel was because they took someone who was, maybe a little obsessive compulsive, Ironman triathlete, SWAT sergeant, kind of intense about a lot of things, and they were able to sculpt the therapy to as much to my body as my mind. So when I needed to be pushed, they pushed me, and when I needed to be held back, they held me back, which allowed me to get right back full duty. I was able to return 100% to the police department.
What happened was I fell at home, and I went to my doctor, and I said, I gotta have a bunch of tests. So we ordered a bunch of tests. There was nothing wrong, but he said, just in case, I'm recommending physical therapy. So that's how I came to Excel. I have my whole life avoided any kind of physical activity. I was the 2-year-old sitting in the corner turning the pages of the magazine. In high school, I wanted to be on the basketball team because all my friends were. Well, I couldn't be a player, I couldn't be a cheerleader, so I was the scorekeeper. I never did anything physical that I would do willingly. I came here, and the experience with the people here was so positive that when I left, to my kids' amazement, I chose to join a gym. That is a miracle.
Well, I've done a couple Ironmans since, and I got one more on the table now. My goal is to beat one of the therapists here who thinks he's going to do that same Ironman. I guess we'll see in July. And they've got me back doing everything I was doing long before that injury ever happened.